Hello everybody, hope you all are well. So in this video we are going to study about tabular method or Quine-McCluskey method. Okay, so what is the need of this? Actually KMM method is good enough, but nowadays we are using automated system where we need to write this method. We can easily write code for this method and we can implement it. Okay, that's why using this method. So let us understand how to use this method. So for that I have taken a question over here, f equals summation of mean term 0, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15. Okay, this is sum of product because it's a mean term equation, right? So over here I have to form different tables and then I have to compare it out, and finally I will get the minimal equation from this. So let's see how to start. So I have taken the mean term one column, then binary representation with ABCD. Why ABCD? Because it's 15, highest value is 15 over here, so it needs 4 variable to represent, so I have taken ABCD. Then number of ones, I will come to this, what is number of ones, the next column, then again mean term, then indexing, then binary representation ABCD. Okay, this forms the first table. So you can see in mean terms what I have done is that I have taken all these values 0, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, what is given in the question, that I have represented in terms of small m, okay, vertically, right, in this column. The next column what I am doing is that I am representing this 0 in 4 bits, okay, then 1 in 4 bits, accordingly all these values I am representing in 4 bits over here. Okay, once that is done, I am counting the number of ones in this 4 bit. You see the first case number of ones is 0, so it is 0. Here it is 1, here it is 2, here it is 3, then here it is 1, here it is 2, again here is 3, here it is 3, here it is 4. Accordingly I will given the values over here. Once that is done, the next mean term column which is coming over here, what I will do is that I will try to form groups. Okay, you can see I have taken m0, so in m0 under indexing number of ones is zeros, so I have taken 0 over here and I have represented this m0 again binary format as 0, 0, 0, 0, right? Now how many number of ones are there in this group as a 1? That is m1 and m8 is having single ones, so I form a single group, indexing is 1 and the binary representation of 1 is given over here, 8 is given over here. Okay, I hope I am clear to everybody. Next, how many mean terms are having 2 number of ones? Okay, that is m6 and m9, right? So I have selected 2 as indexing and I have given the binary representation of that one. Similarly, number of mean terms having 3 number of ones, that is forming a single group. Again 4 numbers of one forming a single group. Okay, and their binary representation I have given it over here. Once this is done, my first table is over. Okay, then I go for the second table. Forget about this tick mark presently, I will say what is the tick mark. Then I am moving to the second table. In the second table again I am forming a mean terms and binary representation ABCD, right? Now you see what exactly we need to do. I will compare this first group with all other groups. Okay, and I will see there should be a single bit change, not more than that. If 2 bit change are there, we will not accept it. Only single bit change will accept it. And if I take that one, I will put a tick mark. Okay, for example I am starting with m0, that is m0 I will compare with all other groups, so I have taken 0, 1, so I will put a tick mark over here and tick mark over here in 1 because I am comparing this two. Okay, so when I compare 0 and 1, what I am finding, this is same, this is same, this is same, only this is changing. So for that what I am doing is that I am putting the last with the change part as dash mark. Okay, again observe over here is dash mark, so 0, 0, 0 dash. Once that is over, I will compare 0 with 8. What I am finding, the first bit is changing, 0 and 1, rest all are same. So I am putting 0, 8, okay, first dash, then 3 zeros. Okay, in the similar fashion after this I am comparing 0 with 6. I am finding 2 bit change. You can say center 2 bits, 0, 0, 1, 1, not allowed. So when I have taken 0 and 8, I have put a tick mark over here, a tick mark over here. Okay, now 6 and 0 is having 2 bit change, not possible. 9 is also 2 bit change, not possible. You can see other also it is 2 bit change, so not possible. So once this is over, okay, m0 comparison is over, I will put a straight line, a horizontal line over here. Then I will start with second group with all other groups. Okay, and the process continues. So if you see the second group, I am finding though it is ticked, okay, I will consider this one and I will check with other. So I am finding here it will not compare with 8, it will compare with other groups. Same members cannot be compared, right? So I am coming to 6, not possible, 2 bit change, but 9 possible. First bit changing, rest bit is same. So 1 comma 9 I have taken, I will put a tick mark at 9, and the bit which is changed I will put a dash mark, and this bit I will put it over here. In a similar fashion I have done for all the groups, okay, and I have mentioned the groups over here, okay. Now you can see after 614, coming to this one, 614 I have done, okay, then 913 I am doing, okay, and then I am marking this group is over, this group is over, okay. In this way, then 7 with 15, 13 with 15, 14 with 15 I have done it. If change is there I have noted, if change is not there I have left, and I put a tick mark over here. So in the similar fashion I got this table completed. Once this table is completed, I will go for the next table, okay, because further addition has not been done. I haven't got any prime implicants, okay. So next table, same thing, mean term I have written, binary representation I have taken, okay. Then I will comparing what, this is one group, second group, third group, fourth group. So the first group will be compared with second, third and fourth, okay. It will not be compared with each other, right. So I will give a hint over here what you do for easy understanding. For the first group, you see this dash is there, okay, check for this last dash with all other groups. Wherever dash is there you compare that one, rest you leave it. That will be faster and not time consuming. So look what I am doing is over here 0 1 I am considering. So 0 1 last but bit is dash, so I am searching for last bit dash. I am finding here a dash is there, here a dash is there, and last dash is there. Let me compare with these three. So 0 1 comparing this one, I am finding only single bit change is there, okay, rest is same. So I am considering the next group as 0 1 comma 8 9 and putting tick mark over here as well as over here. You see next group I have taken 0 1 8 9. First bit change is that dash 0 0 dash, okay. Similarly I am comparing this one again with the next dash. This dash is over, this one not possible, 2 bit change is there, okay. With this one 3 bit change is there, not possible. So the only tick mark is this one and 8 9, okay. Now we will compare 0 8 with other. So if I compare 0 8 with other, see this dash mark is there, so this is possibility, this is a possibility, this is a possibility. So what I am finding 0 8, if I compare with this one, I am finding a single bit change. So this is dash 0 0 dash. So this tick mark, this tick mark. So 0 8 1 9 dash 0 0 dash. Okay. Similarly, I have done for all other groups. But when I completed all other groups, I found, okay, particularly for this one, you will see 9 13. This dash, when I am coming for this group, this is over. But for this dash, if I come, let's check out, let's have a clarification on this. So this is a dash mark. I can compare any other dash, this one. If I compare, okay, 6 7 14 15 can form a group. 6 7 14 15 form a group. Okay. Now 6 14, if I see, possibility is not there. Yeah, possibility is there. This one, this 0 can be changed. So dash 1 1 dash 6 14 7 15. 6 14 7 15 I have done. 9 13, if I come, there is no further dash. So this cannot be compared. So this left empty. There is no tick mark, because when I am comparing it, I am getting the alternate items. I am putting tick mark. So this is empty. This is empty. Okay. I hope you understood. When I am comparing 6 7 with 14 15, okay, I am putting a tick mark over here. Similarly, when I am comparing 6 14, okay, this dash mark with this one, I am putting a tick mark over here. Now I am going to 9 13. 9 13 is not comparable with anybody. Now this is the last group. No further group is there. So all the tick marks have been done. Left over is this one and this one. So I am giving a name. This one as P and this one as Q. Okay. I hope I'm clear to everybody. Next, I form this group from this one. Now you can see 0189, 0819, all the same mean terms. Values are also same. So I'm making this one common, making this one R, and making this one also common, making S, because the values are same. So I got 4 different names, P, Q, R, S. You can give any name of your choice. Okay. Now from here I am forming this table where I am giving a column name as names, P, Q, R, S, mean terms. These are the mean terms, that is 9 13, 14, 13 15. And this one 0 1 18 I have taken. You can take this one also as you wish. From among these two, anyone you can take. I have taken the first one. Okay. Then binary representation ABCD. So what is the binary representation? Over here 9 13 is 1 dash 0 1. That only I picked over here. For this 13 15 I have taken 1 1 dash 1. That only I picked over here. Then for this dash 0 0 dash and dash 1 1 dash for this. So I have taken the same thing. Now what is the literal representation of this one? Okay. You see, this is A. B is not there. C complement D. I have taken that one. This is A, this is B, this is D. I have taken. Now this is what? This is blank. So this is B complement, C complement. I have taken. This is B, this is C. I have taken. So I got the literal representation. So these are what? These are my prime implicants. Okay. Now from here I will go to next table which will give me APIs, right? And after that I'll be coming out from that yes, this has been done, and from that I will find out the final answer. So let me go to the next slide. So this is the final table I got, where I had taken the name PQRS, literal representation which is copied from the earlier, that I have taken over here, prime implicants I have taken. Now what I will do, I will take the mean terms, and the question in the question what are the values are given, that I am putting it over here, that is M0, M1, M6, M7, M8, M9, M13, M14 and 15. Okay, once I have done this, what I will do, as per these values I'll put the cross mark. So 9, 13, you can see over here 9, 13, the first one I am putting below 9 cross, below 13 cross. Accordingly 13, 15 I have crossed, then 0, 1, you can see 8, 9 I have crossed, then 6, 7, 14, 15 I have crossed. Once this is done, this table is over. Now from here what I will do is that I will see column wise, where okay, single cross is there. Let me do it out. Okay, you see the first column, this is a single cross. So what I will do, I will put a circle over here and I will put a tick mark to this one. Okay, second column, again this is single, so I will put a circle, tick mark is already done. Okay, I will leave it as it is. Third one I am finding, third column, this is single cross, so I will put a tick mark over here. This is single, already tick mark has been done, I am not touching this one. Okay, this is also single, I am circling this, tick mark has been done, good. Here double is there, no circling is required, double, no circling is required. This is single, okay, make a circle and put a tick mark is already there. This is double, leave it. Now over here you can see, among this 4 prime implicant, these 2 are tick. So this 2 tick mark is essential prime implicant. You can see R and S is essential. You cannot leave these 2. So I have taken R and S. Okay. Now among these 2, any one you can take. Okay. So the final equation form is R and S plus Q or plus P or Q. R plus S compulsorily you have to take, plus P you can take or Q you can take. Okay, so the final answer will be B complement C complement BC plus ABD, or BC plus B complement C complement plus A C complement D. Okay, why such case? Because you see, if I take this one, okay, then my 15 is already there, only 13 is missing, I have taken 13, 9 is already there. Okay, this is not required. But if I take this one, okay, then you can see I am leaving this one, so here 15 is covered, 13 is already over here, I have taken 13 and 9 is there. So either of these 2 I have to take, and these 2 should be compulsory. So these are my EPIs and these are my prime implicants. Okay, so this is the way how we find out the final equation for the given question in tabular method. Okay, I hope I am clear on this topic. Thank you for watching my video.